The Premier is inciting a vulnerable group of people and using legislation to enable them to do her dirty work. The dirty work is to push a dangerously divisive referendum on separation.
A group of First Nations chiefs in Alberta are calling out Alberta Premier Danielle Smith over recently introduced Bill 54, which would lower the threshold for referendums, meaning Albertans could be voting on separation.
For over 125 years, we have agreed to share this territory with our treaty partners, such as all of you here today and Ms. Smith, and we've upheld our end of these treaties. By contrast, having listened to the Premier's statements, she is clueless about treaties. Inviting individuals to vote on questions to take treaty land is absurd and contrary to the nation sacred covenants that we agreed to at the time of treaty making.
The legislation would lower the amount of signatures required for a ballot question to 177,000, with Alberta separatism sentiment stirring following a federal Liberal win in Monday night's election. The Chiefs accusing Smith of stirring division and ignoring federal treaty rights with Bill 54. The Premier's office referring me to statements she made Thursday saying the legislation is meant to put citizen initiatives to a vote, adding she supports a sovereign Alberta inside of Canada.
It's affirming our Constitution. It is doing the kind of advocacy that we have, doing the legal challenges that we have, and engaging in diplomacy and trying to figure out if we can find a pathway. I did that in my very first conversation with Mark Carney's predecessor, and I will do the same thing with him.
Prime Minister Mark Carney not mentioning separation in a Friday morning press conference. An online petition in support of Alberta separation has over 220,000 signatures as of Friday. Alberta lawyer Jeffrey Rath telling City News he'll be ready with petition signatures to put separation to a vote as soon as he can.
I'm hearing internally that we're already somewhere over 250,000 signatures, and that we'll likely have 600,000, by the end of May. And 1 million by the end of June is our goal.
Rath telling me he believes there are multiple tax, resource, and wealth benefits to Alberta leaving Canada and becoming its own country, adding under his separated Alberta, treaty rights would be respected and Indigenous leaders would have a better relationship with an independent Alberta than with Ottawa.
Which is a real opportunity for Indigenous nations in Alberta to negotiate constitutionalized resource revenue sharing and a far better relationship than they currently have with Canada.
Reporting from Edmonton, Darcy Ropchan, City News.